ᵛᵉŻᵏ. I will speak now.
Are you awake? Yo, can you hear me? Hello? Good morning, sunshine. Sorry about dragging you here, so, oh, hey, calm down. You're not in any danger. Just chill out and let me explain. Those are plasma link cuffs. Peacekeeper grade. Impressive, no? The more you pull, the tighter they get. But if you calm down and listen to what I have to say, I'd be more than happy to take them off. We don't really need to be on a first-name basis. Not right now, anyways. But just know that I'm a friend. The mask is to keep me safe. It's like an insurance policy. God, I hate those things. You know, just in case I misjudge your character. I've never picked wrong before, so I probably don't even need it. But it's best to play it safe. Especially with what I'm trying to pull off here. Yeah, I get this seems all pretty sketchy, and that's because it is. But if you give me a chance to explain, it'll all make sense. You first caught my eye in the greenhouse today. I've been staking out that place for a while, looking for anyone who seemed particularly passionate about what they saw. And there were a few, of course, but none of them were in a position to join the cause. It was mostly elderly people, reminiscing about the good old days. Or little kids who shouldn't have to be on the front lines. But then, I saw you. You're young, but not too young. Fairly strong build, and I could see the adoration you had for every last one of those flowers. You're a big plant nerd, aren't you? Whoa, I never said it was a bad thing. In fact, it's exactly what I'm looking for. We need people with that kind of drive to do what needs to be done. What I mean is this. Wouldn't it be great if you could see flowers free of charge? If you didn't have to save up a month's salary just to visit some climate-controlled hub for a couple of hours? If flowers were so abundant that they just grew right out of the ground instead of in pots. Because that's the kind of world I'm trying to bring back. You and I are too young to remember it, but there was a time when companies didn't own entire countries. When Abundant Sea wasn't the sole manufacturer in over 40 different industries, and a lead competitor in hundreds of others. When they couldn't just dump whatever they wanted, wherever they wanted. Consequences be damned. No, don't worry. We're in a digital mapping dead zone. The surveillance drones can't hear a word I'm saying. But that's also why I had to knock you out. Can't exactly risk the one safe haven in this city getting found out. It's the only chance I got. Right, getting on with it. You see, I want what the world used to be, where humans and nature worked in tandem with each other, and industry didn't cannibalize the entire planet, where you could look out the window and see birds flying by or squirrels climbing trees. Wild trees would be so nice. Not that subscription service bullshit Abundant Sea is peddling these days. Paying for air. What a load of shit. Sorry. Back to what I was saying. Abundant Sea is responsible for over 78% of all global emissions. And it's because of them that we're even in this mess. A genius business strategy, really. Fill the waterways with residue and then charge for water purifiers. Cover the earth with trash then charge to let people see live plants and animals, fill the sky with smog, and then charge for oxygen pumps and natural disaster response. I'd call them geniuses if it didn't make me sick to my stomach. I mean, they have the gall to use the slogan,
"More variety than a rainforest."
when they're the reason all our rainforests got cut into fields of stumps. And I don't know about you, but I am fed up with endlessly suffering to appease them and their shareholders. And that's where you're wrong. Nothing is too big to overcome. Nothing, of course, but the fury of Mother Nature herself. And that's exactly how we're gonna stop them. I'm not operating alone, friend. I'm with a group called Mother Nature. Remember that name, because it'll be all over the news soon. We congregate on the dark web, the one part of the internet left that's not filtered through their consumer protection algorithms. And we got a plan. Many members of this group are ex-Abundancy employees. The ones that got screwed over so the CEO could keep reporting record profits. And thanks to that, they have some very special insider information. One of them, in fact, was a military contractor back in the day. It's because of them that I got one of these. Yep, it's a bomb. The thing's not armed yet, but it will be. And that guy is just one of dozens, maybe even hundreds. Mother Nature has members all over the country, and we've picked 30 Abundancy buildings from coast to coast to target. It's funny, since Abundancy funds the military, we'll be hitting them with their own weapons. It's almost poetic in a really dark kind of way. Whoa, no, hey. We're only targeting executive offices, not factories or contractors. We aren't psychos. Most people work for that company these days just because of their reach. Besides, we won't get support from the common people by attacking their own. But the bigwigs, the richest men in the world that constantly keep us down, now those are the ones people want to see in the obituaries. It's pretty ingenious, isn't it? Simply hide a bomb somewhere in a building and rig it to explode after a countdown. Then all across the country, all at once, boom. There will be total chaos on every level of the company. And then, when they get sick of the peacekeepers out demanding those responsible, Mother Nature sends corporate a strongly worded notice of termination. Are you kidding? This will be amazing. We could start a revolution against the greedy bastards at the top. We could rebuild the world. We'd go down in history as heroes. And it all starts soon. 3 weeks from now, April 22nd, we strike. Well, the 22nd is a very important day. It's a holiday that hasn't been celebrated since Abundancy took power. Your grandparents might remember it. It's called Earth Day. A day where people get together to help take care of the planet. Abundancy quietly phased it out of public consciousness because the holiday got in the way of their profit margins. You can't even look it up on any normal search engine without their security features sounding the alarm. But after Mother Nature is done, nobody will be able to kill Earth Day again. I can see you still think I'm crazy. And sure, I might be. But you know what's even crazier? Just bending over and smiling when the richest men on the planet nickel and dime us to death. Sitting by while they scrape the planet dry of its resources, leaving the common folk to shrivel into dust. If I'm crazy for wanting to put a stop to that, then I do not want to be sane. I can see I'm still not getting through to you. And that's fine. It's only natural when you grew up surrounded by corporate propaganda. It took me a while to come around too. But just think about it for a minute. It's impossible to take a less violent approach. Abundancy pays for the courts, the police, the military, and every other damn public service that's supposed to protect us. If there was a peaceful way, we'd happily use it. But they burned that bridge a long time ago. Even if we could take down abundancy in, say, a legal battle, what next? Another giant corporation would just pick up the pieces and continue where they left off. And then we're back at square one again. Only this time, they'd cover their own asses to make sure they wouldn't get sued next. The way these companies control everything, violence is the only tool we have to get through to them. I get it. You're not a violent person. And that's very admirable. But you don't have to kill anyone to join the team. After all, it's not like I can sneak into the office of our corporate overlords by myself. I'll need people who can take down security features. People who can distract the peacekeepers while I do my work. People who can get me out if things go south. You don't have to get a drop of blood on your fingers if you don't want to. And just think of how much good it will do. Yes, if we succeed in taking down the oligarchy, you won't have to pay to see flowers anymore. There'll be wild ones growing all over our towns and cities. So many that you could pick an entire bouquet to take home for yourself. The few wild animals that remain wouldn't just be surviving, they'd thrive. You could step outside and see mother birds nesting on your rooftop, mice digging burrows in the fields, and so much more. Without all these companies to pump pollutants into the atmosphere, the weather would calm down. We wouldn't have weekly storm fronts that knock out power for days or freeze entire city blocks. Humans and nature would live in harmony with one another. Don't you want to see that in your lifetime? Don't you want to live in a world where nature isn't a paid commodity, but a free part of life? One where you could grow your own food for free in your own back garden. Imagine your place of residence right now. Where do you live? Oh, I'm sorry. I've heard those apartments are pretty cramped. But imagine being able to look out your window, and instead of seeing another dirty high-rise, you see a green city park, one filled with trees and flowers and clear skies. Wouldn't you rather wake up to that every morning than the smell of fumes? Exactly. So if you want to make a better world not just for you, but for the planet itself, shake my hand. If you say no, I just have to knock you out again and leave you where I found you. But I don't pick wrong, friend. I can see potential in you. The potential to make the world a place you can be proud to live in. So I offer again. Will you help me? Now that's what I like to see. You're not going to regret this, my friend. Not one bit. Now let me get those cuffs off of you. There. Feels better, right? Of course. I'll take my mask off now. It's not like you'd be reporting to the peacekeepers anytime soon.
Sorry. It's kinda hard to breathe without those stupid oxygen vents. Come with me. I want you to meet the rest of the team. I told you I couldn't do it alone, didn't I? You're not the only recruit to our cause. You're just the newest. Now come on. I'm sure the others are dying to see who they're about to make history with.